Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on KAJ, Montana's news leader.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Don Fisher. A damaged fiber optic line was responsible for shutting down internet access for many in the Flathead Valley, but more importantly forced Kalispell 911 to reroute incoming calls to Missoula. Around 9:30 this morning, a construction crew cut a fiber optic line in the Kalispell area. This caused 911 calls to stop being delivered to the Flathead Emergency Communications Center. They attempted to reroute the 911 lines to the center's administrative phone lines and also to the Whitefish backup, but both attempts were unsuccessful. Due to the location of the fiber cut, the lines were rerouted to Missoula 911. A local CenturyLink crew was able to repair the fiber line, but it took several hours. A massive outage wiped out power to Puerto Rico's capital, San Juan. An official with Puerto Rico Electric Power Authority, also called PREPA, says the problem was a failure on the main transmission line. CBS News reports the power line that failed appeared to be a line where Whitefish Energy did work as recently as October 25th. Power generation plummeted over 40% of capacity down to 18% today. The failure has been repaired as of this evening. Much of Puerto Rico has been without power since Hurricane Maria smashed the island on September 20th. The Libby community is still reeling after a fire destroyed one of its biggest economic providers. MTN's Nicole Miller has an update on the fire investigation and response from residents and city officials about just how devastating this has been to their community.
The last part of the original, the tree manufacturing, lumber manufacturing part of the mill. And this was really the last standing tie to the timber industry at this site.
The lumber mill was built in the 1940s, a time some describe as Libby's good old days when lumber was a big industry in the area. But over time, the industry died off. When SK Finger Joint plant started production at the site on May 27, 2014, the community was hopeful.
Yeah, we had a lot of hopes and dreams about this company because it really showed a lot of signs of progress, and it was going to really kick off.
The company was expected to start shipping product by a new rail spur coming to Libby at the end of the month. A ribbon cutting ceremony was canceled due to the fire. If the plant will be rebuilt is unknown.
It's too early to tell exactly what the impact's going to be and how long it's going to take for him to rebuild if he decides to rebuild. And then he's got, quite a bit of stock out here that he'll probably still want to sell and get rid of, but, when it's gone and the business is gone. So we'll just have to see what the owner's plan is, whether he rebuilds or what. I sure hope he does, because it was a good, viable economic industry here for us, and our last little foothold into the timber industry.
Reporting in Libby, Nicole Miller, MTN News.
An investigation is still underway by the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office to determine the cause of the fire. But there is some good news after a tough week for Libby. Business owners, developers, and other stakeholders say they are pleased with the progress of the Libby Asbestos Superfund cleanup. Now that they are talking about moving forward, MTN's Jack Ginsburg made the trip to Libby and has the story.
The former Stimson Mill is part of the larger Libby Asbestos Superfund, and the cleanup at the site is now complete. The EPA and Lincoln County Port Authority held a roundtable meeting to discuss the long-term vision and future steps for the reuse of the 400-plus acres at the site of the former mill. This was a follow-up to an April meeting where the Port Authority decided it would want advice from regional economic redevelopment experts who have seen success in reusing sites similar to this one. One of those experts, Steve Nelson, explained some of the things needed to be successful in a project like this one.
The community's got to be part of the deal. You got to have a pretty good bank, and you got to have just a buy-in by all the economic development folks that are in that area, and then you just got to take some risk and go do it.
Director of the Port Authority, Tina Oliphant, says that one of the most important parts of collaborative talks like these are to get everyone on the same page.
One of the biggest things that came out of this was the incredible importance of working together in this community, our different entities, our different public agencies and entities, to leverage all our resources, assets, strengths to move forward on this.
Just a few days ago, a devastating fire took SK Finger Joint lumber mill, and today the Port Authority announced that this 100,000 square foot building was now cleared and available for another company to rent it and use it.
Oliphant added that the clearance of the new building creates even more of an attraction to the business park.
With access to BNSF Main Line, the Great Northern Corridor that runs from Seattle to Chicago, it is a huge opportunity for this area to attract and support business development.
Local businesses owners like Cabinet Mountain Brewery's Kristen Smith notice all that Libby is doing to escape the shadow of asbestos and believes the town is headed in the right direction.
There's just a positive outlook, a more positive outlook than there had been when I moved here almost 9 years ago. So there's increased optimism. We have more businesses downtown than we had 6 or 7 years ago. So there's definitely momentum in the right direction for Libby.
In Libby, Jack Ginsburg, MTN News.
And the entire Libby Superfund cleanup is scheduled to be completed by the fall of 2018. And moving over to weather, a little bit of a sloppy changes in store for the rest of the week, but we may see some relief this weekend. For more, let's toss it over to Chief Meteorologist Erin Yost for her first forecast. Erin?
Yeah, today we saw a little bit of everything across the northwest quarter of the state. Just shy of 0.15 of an inch of liquid precipitation officially picked up at the Kalispell Airport. I say liquid precipitation, at least equivalent, because it came in many forms across the region. For some folks like Columbia Falls, we even picked up some light accumulation, and that will not be the case as we head into the next day. I think for the most part we're going to stay mountain snow, valley rain, maybe some snowflakes mixing in from time to time. We're going to see that to end the work week and head into this upcoming weekend. But as Saturday progresses, expect decreasing activity. Sunday's looking pretty good with partly to mostly cloudy skies and some dry time. More details coming up in your full forecast.
Thank you, Erin. Polson police dealt with what they thought was a hostage situation this afternoon before discovering it was all a hoax. An individual called 911 claiming to have 5 hostages inside a Polson residence, demanding $5,000 and threatening to kill the hostages if his demands weren't met. Polson schools were briefly locked down as a precautionary measure, but the incident was determined to be unfounded and no threat goes to the public for security. No threat to public safety exists. This was a joint investigation led by the police department in Polson, Lake County Sheriff's Office, and the Lake County 911 Center, and the incident remains under investigation. The Montana Supreme Court has upheld the constitutionality of the CSKT Water Compact. Earlier in 2016, the Flathead Joint Board of Control contended that a small part of the compact was unconstitutional and that this portion of the agreement required the compact to be passed by a 2/3 majority in the Montana State Legislature. Wednesday's decision delivered by Montana Supreme Court Chief Justice Mike McGrath confirms the constitutionality of both the compact and the legislative procedures under which it was approved by the Montana State Legislature. The CSKT Montana Compact is a result of more than a decade of negotiations to resolve the tribe's claims to reserve water rights within the state. The compact is currently awaiting ratification by Congress and the tribes prior to implementation. And the Confederated Salish Kootenai tribe is working hard to keep its traditional Salish language alive through college classes and immersion schools that teach those ancient words. And one Mission Valley High School, a new generation is eagerly embracing a legendary language. MTN's Jill Valley takes us there.
It's not a foreign language, it's a native language. And in this classroom at St. Ignatius High School, these students are giving a voice to Salish. She's one of a handful of students learning the language. Her Salish instructor, Naomi Bilodeau, is already thrilled at the progress this class is making this year, learning a language that struggles to be heard. She tells us only 21 tribal members are fluent. She wants to be another one.
There's 60 people now that are actively learning, including myself. We're just not going to let it die. We're just motivated to keep it going, to share what our ancestors shared with us.
For many of these students, Salish was spoken by their elders, so learning their native language honors them.
I've seen it dying out over the years. It's not a slow process. I think within the last 6 months, about 5 to 7 fluent speakers have passed on.
The sounds are different, the letters are too, but an old language has met new technology. Now there's an app that helps learners hear and say words, learn culture and history.
There's muscles and there's sounds in Salish that you don't normally use in the English language, so you just have to practice those things. It does take a while You build up those muscles in your mouth and you just start practicing.
Naomi is encouraged that the year's just begun and her class is almost through the first workbook. She believes her kids could go further than any class before them, learning a language that is inherent to their culture.
Our tribal elders, it's so important to them, so if it's important to them, should be important to us.
In St. Ignatius, Jill Valley, MTN News.
And that Salish language learning app is available to anyone to download for free. And up next, Aaron is back with a forecast leading up to the weekend. And the Christmas season has officially begun in Montana. See what Montanans are doing to celebrate after the break.